Back again with another Bit of Truth podcast. Now, we go get into some important things I'm going to break down today with your ancestors. The so-called, the origin of you right here on Earth. And with them coming up with all these DNA testing to find your roots and find your origin, it's a 100% hoax involved in this shit right here. So they use these supposedly people that popular people on TV that they give you, and then they're going to tell you they're going to find their roots just to basically get it in your head that, yes, you can find your ancestors, find where you come from, find your roots, who you attached to. But it's all a hoax. And like I say, the DNA is a 100% trickery they use to so-called identify you. We go get into this and break it down. As you can see, this man in a drag on screen right here, Julia Roberts. This one, they got to tell you they're going to find their roots. We go get into it and break it down, show you some things. Just make it run.
Actor Julia Roberts was about to uncover a secret.
And take a look at the face of this one right here. Hollywood is full with fakers. I already told you. They all made up characters. Faker for the masses. The Julia Roberts is a man in a drag. That's why it got brow ridge. That's why the face so damn ugly. You don't get it. A man dressed up like a female playing a role on TV. Take a look at this foolishness right here. Pay attention.
Deep in the branches of her father's...
You see the hand sign? Take a look at the hand sign. Got the pyramid right there on the hand sign for a reason. To show you that it's a devil work they're performing right here. Listen.
Of her father's family tree.
Look right
The story begins with her great-grandfather, John Roberts, and with his mother, a woman named Rhoda Suttle. You ever hear that name?
No.
Well, I want to tell you about it. Would you please turn the page?
Attention to the face.
Subtle is not anything anyone's ever called anyone in my family, by the way.
This is the 1880 census for Douglas County, Georgia. Wow. There's your great-grandfather, John. You see him, right?
And you hear what they go back to people, the so-called census, the one they use to identify the people. You don't understand. It's a trick, a survey they do on the dumb masses. You won't get it. Pay attention here.
As a child.
He was 2 years old.
He's 2 years old,
Wow.
Living
2 years old in this census right here. This one supposed to be great-grandfather. Pay attention.
His mother, your great-great-grandmother, Rhoda Suttles Roberts, right?
Right.
And 3 brothers. You notice anyone missing?
A dad.
A dad. The dad is missing. John's father, Rhoda's husband, isn't there. Have you ever heard anything about him?
No.
Digging into Georgia's county archives, we discovered that sometime in the 1850s, Rhoda married a man named Willis Roberts.
Listen, Robert is 33 in numerology. Pay attention.
Julia carries Willis's last name. But Willis passed away in 1864. Over a decade before Rhoda gave birth to Julia's great-grandfather, John.
You see that, people?
Leading to an inescapable conclusion. Julia, Willis Roberts could not possibly be your great-great-grandfather. He was dead.
You see this right here, people? This will make you get more interested in the supposedly ancestry studies. The one that you supposedly find your roots is 100% fake. And like I said, the DNA that the human being carry right now on Earth was created by some peoples. That's what you need to understand. With all the things around you that they're feeding you, that's what creates your DNA. You remember they tell you what you eat is what you are. Everything that they associate us with actually shifting our DNA, turning us into some creatures that's strange from what we was. And now they're going to tell you they're going to find your ancestors. What a dumb shit. You believe in it, people? It's fakery. 100%. So you're looking for my DNA and you go to census. It's bullshit. 100%. All DNA tied to that fucking census is garbage. 100% trash. All of those people supposedly, take their DNA, give their DNA test to these people, hoping of finding their roots. They're just telling you some shit that you want to hear. That's it. Wake your ass up with a bam.
Wait.
Look at
but
this
am
shit.
I not a Roberts?
Look at this fake shit
Well,
right here.
let's see
people.
what we found.
And of course, they're revealing the whole thing on screen for you to see. You believe it? It's just a stage. Julia Roberts is a sodomite actor, supposed to be on TV. Why would you believe nothing that come from them? Nothing from them is real.
We scoured scoured Douglas County looking for any
Look,
record that
Douglas
named John's
County.
father, and we found absolutely nothing.
Look.
Douglas County didn't issue birth certificates in 1878,
Listen.
and marriage certificates didn't name parents' names at the time. Fortunately, we had another tool, and that was DNA.
There you go, people. Listen.
Julia and one of her father's first cousins, a fellow descendant of John Roberts, both agreed to take DNA tests.
Wow.
We then compared their results
Wow.
to people in publicly available databases, searching for matches.
Look, people,
Hoping to
this is what they say they do to find your roots, people. Pay attention here. It's bullshit.
Identify John's father through the DNA of his descendants. In the end, we found a cluster of matches that tied Julia and her cousin to one man.
Henry McDonald Mitchell Jr.
And McDonald, you hear that, people? That's another coding again. Freemasonry, the McDonald. You don't get it, people. All coding right here.
You just read the name of your biological great-great-grandfather.
Listen.
So we're Mitchells?
You're Julia Mitchell.
Wow. There you go, people. Wow.
You are not
Wow.
a Roberts biologically.
Wow.
I bet-
There you go, people, because I already told you all these Hollywood characters is fakers. 100%. They're not who they say they are. So when they come and pull off this act right here about their DNA, lead them back to their roots and, reveal some truth, it's fakery. 100%. And like I don't tell you, you're not from this side of the earth. They basically alter the masses to take them here to become slaves. You don't understand. Slave for the devil. Your soul actually belongs to them in this side of the earth. You notice that you have to depend on them for every single thing in this world. Everything you need, you have to depend on the peoples. They have to give you advice for everything. Look what this is right here. You have to go to this to find your roots. Where your family members at. Why they can't tell you about your roots, people? Why? That's why I tell you, that's why people expire fast in this earth. Make room for the next. But you just kill the knowledge. That's what it is. Anything you need to hear 200, 100 years ago, you have to go to the government people to see what they got put down there for you to know. You don't get it. They control every aspect of our life. Why should we believe them with this DNA shit? It's garbage. 100%. And plus they shut you up now to even change your DNA and attack your cells. Move. Look at this here.
Actor Joe Manganiello.
As you could see him right there in the bow tie, people, 100% is a puppet. It's time for you to understand these things. They have signs and symbols that they show to recognize these people if you have brain. When you see them in the bow tie as a grown-ass man in TV, you understand it's a sodomite working for the devil, fooling the masses. Let's listen this one.
Family
right here.
mystery unlike any we'd ever encountered before.
Our family mystery.
Joe's grandmother, Sandra, was born in the Ottoman Empire during World War I. Her mother, a woman named Rose.
Where is his mom? Wow, okay, that's his mom right there. That look like the same damn person. A man. You gotta be kidding me. Like I tell you, people, this is our stage set up for the dumb fools to follow suit and give these people your DNA. You give the establishment your DNA for them to tell you who you are. Why you don't know who you are? That's the biggest question in the world. And when I tell you that you actually don't know who you are, you question that. That's what you question when the mag say, hey, we here on earth lost. We lost sheep, people, no lie. We don't know nothing but what they tell us. We sitting in this empty place where they build houses and plant some trees to give you allergy and all of these things. What is this side of the earth we on? Where we actually from? Who we actually connected to? You're never gonna know, people. All they give you is fakery. 100%. They build the life around you with these shits right here to tell you who you are. You never can tell unless they tell you what that kind of identify to you now. Now that they have to tell you who you are. That's dumb.
John was a survivor of the Armenian genocide. And her father
Fakery. You see his
was a
hand
German
sign? You see the diamond and the hand sign right there? It's a Illuminati puppet fooling you right here.
soldier. Rose always spoke of the
bullshit.
soldier as having helped to
You
save.
see how they posed up right there with the bullets in the hand and the fake gun right there? You don't understand. All war is fakery. 100%. Where they get time in World War One to pose for a film, pose for a camera shot. Huh? In the middle of a war, just like you see in Ukraine right now. Are you dumb? They're fake. All war is fakery. Propaganda for the masses to lead them in certain direction. Put some strain on them. Hard out of chaos
And
style.
protect her. But she never revealed his name. And Joe was hoping that we could identify it.
Of course you can.
It was
Fake
an
world.
extraordinarily difficult challenge.
Look at this shit, people.
There were
They're hoping
roughly
evolve.
25,000 Germans stationed in the Ottoman Empire during World War I. Her only hope was DNA. You ready to see what we found?
What a fake shit, people. Look at
Yes. Please turn the page.
Oh,
Joe,
yeah.
the chart in front of you shows some of your mother's DNA matches illustrated in the format of a family tree. You're there at the bottom.
Look
Now
at this
go
shit.
up one box and see your mother, Susan. And then her mother, and then your great-grandparents, Rose, and your unknown biological great-grandfather, the man we are trying to identify. Joe, in your mother's DNA match list, we identified a distinct cluster of individuals that appeared to be of German ancestry.
Look at
We
this.
soon learned that all those individuals descended from
I'm going to ask you a question, people. Why would DNA tie you to a place? I don't understand, people. Why would your DNA tie you to Germany? Why would a DNA tie you to Mexico? Why would your DNA tie you to a damn country? Because it's a fake world you live in. No DNA can tie you to no country. Are you stupid? So you go check your DNA to find out what country you come from? You're dumb as a rock, people. So let me tell you this, just in case you don't understand. They're the one who built and set up your life around you. Anything they tell you before, the DNA gonna confirm it. You don't understand. If you're black, your ancestors from Africa. If this, that's how they do it, people. You never understand. They're the one who put you in these regions. So no DNA can tie you back to that shit. And I'm going to ask you a question again. How can one person DNA stretch from biblical days all the way to here, and we all the same, come from the same supposedly roots? What you telling me, people, with all the stories and all the things that they tell you that made up your life, does this match up with this DNA shit? The answer is no. It's fakery. 100% in.
couple. Would you please read their names?
Look at this shit.
Johann
Question
Heinrich
sign.
Beisinger. You got it. And Katharina Friederike Rachel.
How do you come up with these supposedly name? How do you come up with these question sign space? How would you do that? That's bullshit with DNA. It's garbage.
Now, I'm assuming that you've never heard these people. Never. Well, Joe, guess what? You are a Beisinger. No.
Wow. See?
You are. That is your family name. Wow. Look at
Wow.
that.
What a dumb shit, people. Wow. Wow. So you see that earlier on, the Julia Roberts is not really a Roberts, it's a Mitchell. Take a look at this right here, people. What I tell you? It just keep the masses on their toes. More interesting to check out their supposedly DNA and their ancestors. That's why they do this right here.
On the DNA evidence,
Listen.
the Beidingers are Joe's third great-grandparents, meaning that one of their grandchildren was Sandra's father.
Wow.
This
There you
posed
go,
a new
people.
challenge. The couple had dozens of grandchildren, but eventually we discovered that one had living descendants who shared more DNA with Joe's mother than all the others did.
Wow,
The
people.
solution to our mystery was now at hand. Would you please turn the page? Wow. Okay.
Look at this shit right here, people.
Whoa!
Wow. Alpha TV. Like I tell you, this Alpha TV. And they use DNA and they find pictures behind the DNA. You understand that? Of course, they show pictures, family pictures. He hoping the book that the dude give him, the one that checking the DNA. What that tell you, people? All bullshit for the dumb masses. Just like a damn TV show is just to convince you of something. Go get your DNA check to find out your ancestors and your roots, to find out who you're related to. That show you how lost we are in this world. You have to go to the government people to check your DNA to find out who your family member with. Find out your so-called roots. why your roots is not there, why it's gone, and you have to search for it with DNA. That's the good question. Move. Look at this right here, people.
Actor
Another
John
sodomite.
Leguizamo
Listen.
has deep roots in the country of Colombia
Listen, people.
and was curious to know how his family tree reflects the intersection of Spanish and Native American populations in his homeland.
Wow. Pay attention.
To answer this question, we followed the paper trail on his mother's side, back almost 300 years.
Wow, people. You see that? And I'm going to ask you a question. Why is 300 years seem so long to the human beings? People, just take a listen to what I'm saying. The 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s is just hundreds, not thousands. Just hundreds. So just 300 years ago, people, you have to go to these people to tell you about 300 years. That's what I've been trying to explain to you the whole time. They control everything about you, including your history. You don't get it or not, people. Your ancestors belong to them. They're the only one who can track back your ancestors for 300 years. That's it. 300 years, people. And we can't go back that far. We have to go to them for shit that they have supposedly on record. You don't get it or what? This is important here, people. This just exposes a whole lot of things that the masses don't understand. Anything goes back 100 years, these people have to actually tell you about it, teach you about it, give you a schooling about it. Do you get it? That means we lost. We knows nothing. They get rid of all of the so-called information source and change it up. You used to get information from books and all of these things in dictionary. Now guess what they do? All of that shit is Google and now going towards ChatGPT. All the information controlled by them. So they're the only one that can tell even the next generation what was going on today. All of these people gonna die, gone off the face of the earth, and then the history belongs to the people who control you. You're at the mercy of the people who control you to share this information so they can twist it. We hear, we watch them. We see the whole operation where they can twist and change up shit. They even call one of them Mandela effect. They change up every damn thing right in front of the masses' face. They turn everything upside down, backwards, which is the devil work, and nobody see it. They have to go back and tell you about 300 years. That's fucking highlighting right there. 300 years, people, and we don't know about it. Now you understand why you have to expire and die quick. Now you understand now what? It's the knowledge so they can control that. They're the one who control anything past 100 years. Hear me? Most people, majority, a small little bit amount of people live to see 100 years old. Majority don't live to see not even 80 years old. No lie. The majority of the people don't even live to see 85, 90 years old. So you see why I told you they control us all the way. They control everything about us, even our roots. Unbelievable.
All the way to John's sixth great-grandfather, a man named Manuel Salvador Londoño.
Wow, what a dumb
Manuel
shit.
was likely born in Colombia sometime in the 1720s.
1720s, people.
The key to his story,
that's it.
and indeed to this entire branch of John's tree,
Wow.
lay in his will, which was recorded in the city of Rio Negro in the year
Of course, Rio Negro. Of course.
1796.
17 again.
Now,
Just
look on the
17.
right. That is part of Manuel's will.
Oh, wow.
You notice anything different about Manuel as he's described there?
Natural son. Oh, not legitimate.
Natural.
See that?
Oh.
Wow.
And as you can see, there's no mention of the name of Manuel's father.
No,
And of course, this
Watch
was
this right
common
here.
for illegitimate children.
he disappeared. Deadbeat dad.
Let's find out. Please turn the page.
Who's the daddy?
Ordinarily, it would be impossible to identify the unnamed father of an illegitimate child born in the 1720s. But we had an extraordinary tool at our disposal.
DNA.
In the 18th
There you go,
century,
people. Look.
priests in Colombia often kept notes on events in their parishes. These notes were compiled by an historian in 2006, providing an invaluable resource for genealogists because the priests had a wide array of interests and were willing to preserve gossip that was excluded from official records.
Did they say priests? Okay.
Thanks to these priests, we learned a great deal about John's ancestry, including the identity of Manuel's father, a man named Sancho Londoño Zapata.
You believe that, people? Look how easy. Because they can find anything about you from history. You understand? Because they make it up. You understand? It's not real. Fake shit for the masses. And like I said, the reason why they use these puppets is to let you get involved in it. You see how much surprise they get by checking their DNA, supposedly? Yes, that's how they know the mind of the people gonna be interested in that. That's what they want. They want to find out. Maybe I could find out where my ancestor from, who I related to. It's bullshit. 100% fake shit. Part of the control of the masses. Right here.
You ever heard that name?
No, I have never.
Well, Sancho is your seventh great-grandfather, and he was the corregidor of Rio Negro at the time, which meant he was the local administrator for the Spanish crown.
Oh, wow. So this is a Spaniard guy. This is a...
He was a big deal, man. Let me tell you how big he was.
Look at the devil horns, people. He go tell you how big he was. It's fakery. 100% fakery. So now that you understand, when you see these sodomites putting on the show right here, you get to understand that it's fakery. It's 100% a government psyop to fool the masses into giving up their DNA, thinking they're gonna find their roots. It's fakery. 100%. And plus, it actually costs you to do that. Remember, people, they tell you 99% of the DNA in the human beings is the same. That's what make up everybody. And that 1% is what differentiate you. The 1% coming from biblical days, people. Way back, that's what they're tracking. That 1% that gonna attach to mom and dad, and all of a sudden it's you. You believe that, people? 1% of the DNA. That's why I tell you it's a lot of tricks going on. You should never believe in this DNA bullshit. But says you're gonna find your roots. It's bullcrap.
Your seventh great-grandfather, when he died in 1765, was the richest person in the entire province.
No,
Wow. There you go, people. Of course he got a tie to them. He's supposed to be tied to these people, was the richest. What you think? It's all bullshit for Hollywood. You don't get it. Just like a Hollywood script is nothing different.
Where's
right
my
here.
money?
He was the corregidor. That was his title.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Though John's seventh great-grandfather was a powerful official, we know little about his life and nothing at all about his relationship.
That's bullshit, people. He's that important and that rich, and they don't know nothing about him. Notice the people that you really know about in this earth. It's the one that they say famous, the people that they say got money, all of this shit. How could this guy be so rich? One of the richest. And they don't know shit about him. You believe that? It's a hoax, people. Wake your ass up.
To John's seventh great-grandmother, a woman named Petronila de la Chica Betuma.
Bullshit.
But turning back to the compiled notes of Rio Negro's priests, we discovered something about Petronila. She was a Native American.
There you go, people. And the Native American is bullshit. 100% bullshit. Remember, anywhere in the world, they tell you they go and find. Remember, they tell you Christopher Columbus discovered most of the world, supposedly. And anywhere they go, they supposedly find Indians. These people called Indians. And by the way, they're not that much. But they've been found everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world you go, oh, there was some kind of Indians occupying that place when they get there. What a dumb shit. That's what they use the Indians for? They come up with this Indian just to tell you that? You better wake your ass up. It's fakery. 100%. Everywhere they discover already have Indians sitting there. But we have no Indians really. Where is the Indians? Oh, they secluded over there. They're this side of the earth. They're over here. And they indigenous. It's bullshit. 100% fakery. Like I say, they have a psyop for every nation in this earth. Every so-called race, they have a psyop for you, a programming, a roots and everything, all fake we build up from the government.
Noble Indian.
Noble Indian.
All bullshit. Bullshit.
Beautiful. It's very moving. I mean, I'm very, I'm moved.
Of course you moved.
I'm
Fake
getting teary-eyed here.
wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean,
Wow. There you go, people. A Hollywood character gonna convince you that he crying. Remember, he get paid to do this. Just like you see Will Smith supposedly slap Chris Rock. Both of them blow up on your dumb ass for that act. And you still believe that it's real. Time for the bat. Bam. This shit is deeper than you think.
We took musician Pharrell Williams on an extraordinary journey. All thanks to one single document.
He got the orange tie on, but watch him right here. Remember, I did a video on the Pharrell character, and he was doing some bullshit about Juneteenth, and he mentioned that he can track his ancestors back to slavery 400 years ago. Remember, I just showed you 300 years, and the government people have to tell you about 300 years. You think that sodomite they call Pharrell, he can go back 400 years and tell you that his family was slaves? He can track all the way back? You're dumb as a rock. All fake for the dumb masses.
The story begins with his great-great-grandfather, a man named Fenner Williams.
And that's where it begins? That's where it begins, people? Go back again. Listen.
A man named Fenner Williams. Fenner died in 1927, but his sister, Jane Arrington, lived into the late 1930s. And near the end of Jane's life, she was interviewed about her experiences under slavery, allowing Pharrell...
Yeah, that people she was interviewed about her experience in slavery. Listen.
...opportunity to read the actual words
what a dumb
of
shit.
one of his own relatives who had endured bondage.
Wow.
Something very few African Americans are ever able to do.
You hear that, people? Something few African Americans supposedly be able to do is trap back their family and tie them to slavery. Only the fuckers that they give you on TV can do it, people. Like a Pharrell, the sodomite they put on, a bitch dressed up like a man. That's the one that's dumb, people. That's 100% dumb. Like I don't tell you, you lost. We all lost sheeps. So if you think that this gonna save you right here, you're dumb. Listen.
Relatives who had endured bondage. Something very few African Americans are ever able to do.
Because slavery is 100% fake. Like I tell you, something that dramatic happens to black people. And the fucking establishment gotta tell them about it. Name one fucker who know about slavery for real. Name him. The answer then nobody. So everything about slavery, they got to tell you. Now if you black, go ahead and go get your DNA check for them to tell you about your ancestors and see what the hell they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you exactly what they told you before you was a slave here. So if you tied to anything here, it's slavery. You tied to any place, any country, Africa. That's how they do it. And like I say, if you go to Africa, they don't have no story of nobody coming there taking nobody. I'm not lying. They don't have no story of nobody come there and take no fucking body. You understand that? So that means the slavery is fakery. So the people who actually take you, give you the story? I'm asking you again. Is it the people who slavery tell you about the story? The people who put you in slavery? They're the one who tell you that you was a slave. That's stupid. Why nobody can't recall? Why nobody great-grandfather tell them, or tell their mom, tell their dad so they can pass it on that they was slave? Nobody. Why not, people? Why they gotta tell you with your damn DNA that you was a slave? Is that stupid? 100%
On the
to the
18th
bam.
of December, 1852,
It's bullshit.
I was born on the plantation near Tar River.
You see, they're born on the plantation, people. They're born on the plantation. So they have this plantation where they have black people slaving and they have them fucking and pregnant and all of them shits, even married. You don't get it. It's bullshit. 100% psyop.
My mother was named Louisa May,
Look at
and my
this
father
redhead
was
fool right here.
named Louis May. My mother had 6 children, 4
Of
boys
course, right there on the money. Mm-hmm.
and 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
The boys were Richard, Pharaoh,
Mm-hmm.
Caesar.
Mm-hmm. Listen, people, Pharaoh and Caesar. Remember, that's why his name is for real. You don't get it, people. They all fakers on TV doing the devil work right here.
Finner.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, Rose and Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Jane, that's me.
Mm-hmm. Jane.
Well,
Look
that
at
is
it.
your great-great-grandfather's sister.
Wow.
And she is your great-great-great-aunt.
Crazy.
Look at this shit right here, people. Wow.
Jane Arrington.
They even find photos, people. They even find photos. What a dumb shit for the masses. I'm going to ask you, people, what's the oldest photo you have in your home? What's the oldest photo you have of supposedly your ancestors, your great-grand or whatever? What's the oldest photo you have? You better wake your ass up. There's nothing that gonna track you back to shit on this earth. This side of the earth is not where you came from. They're just fooling you, trying to convince you that this is where you're from and all your roots and ancestors is right here. It's fake.
Was interviewed
100%
as part of
fake.
what's known as the Slave Narrative
There you
Project.
go. It's bullshit.
A collective oral
Bullshit.
history comprised of roughly 2,300 interviews.
Of course, it's 23. Coding, and I already told you what they're doing, interviewing slaves. It's fakery, people. You bring them from a strange place. You bring them to a strange place from Africa, and you're interviewing them. Get out of here. It's bullshit, people. Wake your ass up. Like I say, the slavery never happened. It's to downgrade black people. So you don't know where the fuck you're from. You don't have an origin. You don't have somewhere to stand. You're in America and they call you African American, meaning you're not American. You're 1 foot here, 1 foot in Africa. You're standing nowhere. That's why they did that to you, to make you more lost like everybody else. They all lost sheep on this earth.
With
Nobody know
formerly
where they're
enslaved
from.
people.
Bullshit.
The project was sponsored by the federal government
See?
in the 1930s.
It's sponsored by the federal
Jane's
government.
words gave Pharrell an intimate glimpse
Look at
of his
this.
ancestors'
How would you get these photos, people? Where does it come from? Does Pharrell have this in his home? And say, you know, that when my ancestors was slavery back then in slavery. You believe it, people? It's a hoax. 100%
experience
hoax.
under slavery. Those words also forced
Look at
him
this.
to confront the cruel
Look at
reality
these people.
of what
Get
those
out of here.
ancestors
So I'm asking you a question. So is these people slave on a plantation right here? They have all these kids. Did they take these kids from Africa or they bring you here to have them? It's garbage, people. 100% psyop. You never get it. Black people they use to play this role right here. You never understand. That's what it is. The peoples at the top is all kind of mixed up color that don't matter to them. They're just manipulating us. They're the one who doing all of this shit to us right here on earth. Dividing up in section and everything. That's them.
actually experienced. And the realizations concerning his great-great-grandfather Fenner would strike Pharrell particularly hard.
Look at this shit.
So we
right here.
estimate that Fenner
Watch
was
this.
born
Take a look
between
at his face.
1855 and
1855.
1857.
That's just 18 people. 1800 is just right there. It may sound a far away thing, but it's not that far, people. The 1800s, that's not too far away. But to us that don't live long, it seems like forever. But you don't get it, people. I'm trying to tell you, that's the reason why they do this to us. That's the reason why we have short lifespan. We never meant to die this early for real. That's not how the Creator created us. But they alter us to bring us on this side of the earth where they can enslave us, where they control everything about you. You know nothing unless they tell you. You kind of understand now why you're here. Yes, to make numbers, rotation, produce all this energy for the devil people to keep going. We give them blood, we give them all of these shit, we give it everything. They put something on the table, we jump and we get it. That's what they want us for. You understand? That's our purpose in this earth. Yes, guinea pigs and everything. They're trying out shit on us. They're working experiment. That's why we here, tricked by these dummies on TV. Why do we take these shits as real? We need to give it a boot every time you see them.
We're pretty sure
Fake
about
it.
that. So
Look
you
at
know
the
what
hand
that
sign on this one. That's the 666 hole in the whole time. That's the pyramid, but take a look
Estimate
at
that
him.
Fenner
Watch
was
him.
born between 1855 and 1857.
Look at his hand sign. That's the 666 he posting up right there. Like I say, they're all doing the work of the beast. As you could see this one. What you see right there, people, human made. I already told you they're faking the dumb masses with these pyramids he got on the shirt. Why did he say human made, people? Why? Human made what? You don't get it. Your history was made by these fake ass human beings. They're not real humans. Yes, they don't like human beings. That's why they're manipulating us with every chance they get right here. And of course, they make the humans right here
we're
what
pretty
they
sure
are.
about that. So you know what that means. That means that he was most likely born into slavery and not freed until the end of the Civil War.
Wow,
Well,
what a dumb
at 10
shit.
years old.
The first 10 years of his life would
He
have been
was a
spent in
slave.
slavery.
Yes, so he was a slave at 10 years old. Listen, people, it's fakery. 100% fakery. And like I say, you bring people to work on plantation and you have them breeding up and multiplying on your ass. I guess that's a good thing because you have more work. It's fakery. Take a look at the Pharrell face. You don't get it, people. Actors and the masses. But wow. Look at it.
You know, we tend to think of as adults, but think about a little boy.
Look at this shit right here. Look.
I don't want to cry.
Look at him. He laughing and say he don't want to cry. All of them is fake, people. TVs are fucking fake shit. They give the masses. Don't believe nothing you see on it. It's just that simple, people. Screen is a deception.
Try not to be angry.
Angry.
You're not a machine.
That's one of the reasons why they do those things, people. They want the black people to be rowdy and angry at white people because white people take them from Africa and slave them. What a dumb script, people. You believe in it? It's a hoax.
This is horrendous. What else can you feel? It's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, look at this shit right
It's
here.
intense, sir.
Huh? Wow.
It's intense.
Look at this shit right here, people.
Pharrell's ancestors likely suffered more than he can even imagine.
Wow, people.
In our interview,
Wow. And take a look at these right here, people. I'm done. So they're showing you these slavery photos, people. Look at this. With people holding cotton in the hand, posed up for the camera. So when I tell you that the world's a stage, it don't happen yesterday. Are you listening to me, people? It didn't happen 10, 20 years ago. It didn't happen just 30, 40 years ago. Do you get it? The world is a stage ever since human being occupied this side of the earth. The earth been a stage. Running off script. Everything. So you see all these people post up with cotton. There's no cotton growing in America. That's the one thing you need to remember. They grow shit here. Cotton can't grow in these dirt, in this soil in America. You can't even grow a tomato in it. You have to buy some special dirt. What happened? How would you get all these cottons here for black people to pick from Africa? You believe it? I'm asking you a question on what they're going to do with these cotton that these local people picking. What they going to do with it? Use it, becomes bed, lay on it? It's a fake shit. Wake your dumb ass up, and they don't have no photo and no damn slavery. It's a hoax. All plaid right there, yes, dressed good, pants tear up and all of that. Kids dirty because they was working, what that in the hand. It's all fake shit for the dumb masses.
Even imagine.
Get out
In
of
our
here. Look at
interview,
this shit right here.
Jane
This
recalled
is what they use to control you right here, your emotion and everything. They control it by showing you these fake shit. Take a look at this right here. All white cotton. Where does it grow? And they have a dog right there. Is that their dog or the master dog? Dumb the fuck out.
minute details about their daily lives on a cotton
Get
plantation,
out of here. It's bullshit.
revealing the degradation they endured
Get out of here.
every day.
We lived in log houses with stick and dirt.
What do you think what do you think build these houses nowadays? The same sticks. What do you think, people? Is the same damn sticks. What's the difference? They sell you for $500,000, so you feel like you're living in a good home. It's the same damn sticks. What's the difference?
Chimneys.
Get out of
They
here.
called them the slave houses.
At least they give
I
you a
worked on
home.
the farm,
Shit.
cutting corn stalks and tending to cattle in slavery time.
Wow. It's bullshit, people. Nothing real about this. Wow. You don't get it, man. You still believe in slavery in 2023. You're stupid. It's a fake shit. 100% to build your life
Sometimes I
around
swept
it.
the yards, After working all day,
Listen.
there was a task of cotton to be picked.
Wow. Cotton to be picked.
And
What a dumb shit, people. Cotton picking. Wow. I guess when you say they pick cotton, it sounds more rootless. They're picking cotton for what? You believe that this clothing that you wear right there that they call cotton, you believe that that shit grow on tree? I'm going to ask a question again. Do you believe that those white shit that they show you with the black people hole that they say grow from the ground, do you believe it make clothes for real? Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. Move. Take a look at
Actor
this man
Scarlett Johansson
Scarlett
knew that her
Johansson.
mother's roots stretched back to Jewish communities in Eastern Europe.
Wow.
But the story of those roots had been lost.
All that Jewish shit is 100% hoax. They feed the dumb masses, pulling on your emotion and everything. Don't believe in it, people. It's all a hoax. 100% in.
We set out to recover those stories
Let's see.
and focused on Scarlett's great-grandfather, a man named Saul Slomberg. Saul immigrated to
Take a look,
America
people.
in 1910,
I guess you got him on this photo as well, right?
but he was just 24 years old.
24, number 6.
He arrived alone with almost no money.
Yeah, that people, he arrive alone with almost no money. Remember, they like to give you these supposedly rags to riches type of shit. Stories to make you feel good and feel good to get up and move to what they give you. You understand? That's all.
Soon he found himself on New York's Lower East Side working in a grocery where he sold bananas.
Listen, he working in grocery where he sell bananas.
Leaving Scarlett to wonder about the world her great-grandfather had left behind.
I can only imagine that he was coming from a place where he could not
Listen.
continue to survive. I mean, I think he must have come from some broken place, which would have caused him to go on a journey like this by himself.
No. You got to understand, is the attraction of Babylon. Just in case they want to tell you why some people come to it's the attraction of Babylon. What Babylon's got to offer. That's why people head to Babylon. That's what it is. It was all by design. So pay attention here.
With no
What?
security on the other side.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean,
That's the real immigrant story.
It is.
You know, just the promise of some opportunity and the faith that you're going to make it on the other side.
Wow. The other
Saul's
side,
arrival
people.
record indicated he was born in a town called Grujec, which is now part of Poland. Scarlett had never heard of the town, but her family has a deep and tragic connection to it, because when Saul left, his brother Moshe stayed behind, a decision that would have disastrous consequences. On September 1st, 1939,
1939 coding. Wow, and September
Hitler's
number 9.
armies invaded Poland.
You see, same shit again, people.
By late
Just like they tell you Russia invade Ukraine. That's the same kind of fuckery they give you right there. It's not real. It's just to disturb the damn people. That's how they do it.
February 1942, almost
Look at
all
this.
of
Look at this right here, people. Look.
by late February
Look at
1942,
this right here. Look what they capture. Look at this right here. Who they hitting?
almost all of Grujec's
Fucking
Jewish
traitors.
residents had been killed or transported to the infamous war.
There you go, people. Just like you see the star right there at David. You see that right there? Yes, it's 2 pyramid, 1 up and 1 down. That show you that it's devil work with these Jewish people right there. All fake what they produce, playing victim on the dumb masses, even today.
Saul Ghetto. Moshe was about 60 years old at the
Of
time.
course, all coding.
He and his wife had 10 children. The youngest, Zlata, was about 14.
Wow. That's crazy.
What do you think that must have been like for them to
at
be
this
loaded
fucking
onto
fake
trains like
Araya
cattle and not knowing where they
They load onto trains like cattle, just like they show you people fleeing from Ukraine with the invasion of so-called Russia. Is the same fucking fake where they give you as the Holocaust. Wake your ass up.
And losing each each other and everything.
Yes, all bullshit.
I mean, you hear stories about men and women and children all being separated, and that was it.
Just like they just give you the slavery with Pharrell and his family connected to slavery. Same shit they give you with the Sodomite, he connected to Jew, and his family was going through all of these supposed oppression by some evil people who don't like Jews. That's how it is, people. That's how they do it.
You know, never see the other person again. I cannot imagine what you must be feeling. Just
look at this.
Hell. Must have been hell.
Must have been hell.
At its height,
look at this
over
fake
400,000 people were forced to live in the Warsaw Ghetto, an area.
All of this is a film, a show, people. Remember, people didn't run around with camera back then like this, like they're doing now. Where did they get this footage? It's fake, recreated by the government people to convince you. Just like they come out with those fake videos from Ukraine.
2 square miles.
Look at this shit.
Dozens of people died each day.
What is this?
Of starvation and disease. Those who endured faced deportation to extermination camps.
Wow. All
Wonder
bullshit.
what happened to Scarlett's family. We found the answer in a testament submitted to Israel's Holocaust Museum.
There you go, people. A testament submitted to the Holocaust Museum. Bam! Don't believe nothing that come from no museum. It's fake to build your life around. Remember, you don't remember shit. You don't know shit. That's the reason why they put these things in place. The museum, to teach the next dummy coming up in line what the fucking fakery was about. That's all it is. All museum built up are fakery. You need me to tell you again? No real museum is there. All of it produce fakery. To build your life around you, they build a museum. Put the fuckery in there and tell you, yes, the Holocaust happened, but it's a lie.
By a woman named Miriam Margolyes.
There you go. Easy as that.
Miriam was one of Moshek's daughters.
There you go, people. Easy as that.
Family name.
How would the DNA lead you to all of this shit right here? How would the DNA lead you to this Holocaust Museum? How would DNA lead you to that shit? Wow.
Lamberg. First name Moisha. Wartime location, Warsaw Ghetto. Circumstance, time, and place of death unknown. Children's names under the age of 18 that perished.
18.
Zlata, age 15, time and place of
15,
death,
number
Warsaw
6.
Ghetto. Mondel, age 17, time and place of death, Warsaw Ghetto.
Yes, Warsaw Ghetto is words that they made up back in the days. And now it's flourishing around anywhere poor called ghetto. All bullshit for the dumb masses, made up to fool the people who call themselves Jews. Right there. That's it.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. You see that right there? Same thing with the Pharrell. Look. Yes, it laughing and fanning the face. This is bullshit. Like I say, all stage, all fuckery they give the dumb people. You're dumb enough to believe these characters. So why not use them to sell you some dumb shit? Look. You go fan your face or what? Look at this shit.
That is crazy.
It's crazy. Wipe your nose, yeah?
It's crazy to imagine that Saul would be on the other side selling bananas
Oh, yeah.
on Ludlow Street.
Yeah.
And how different it would be being
Look,
in a...
people, there's no tears there. There's no tears. But that's how they do you. Because you're dumb enough to buy what they sell. They don't have to do much to convince you.
America at that time. The fate of one brother versus the other.
Yeah.
One brother
That makes me
versus the
feel
other.
more deeply connected to that side of myself,
Of course.
that side of my family.
That side of yourself.
I didn't expect that.
What did you expect?
Retrieving lost stories
Wow.
can be an
All bullshit. And look who they used to do it, people, to sell you this bullshit. The sodomite with the spray paint on. And also have on the Freemason color right there. Orange tie. Fooling the dumb masses. Bam. Take a look at this right here. RuPaul.
RuPaul Charles
Wow.
is
RuPaul
one of the
Charles.